led by Donnie Singh, ended on the winning side as well. And this time around, the conditions have changed, both in terms of terrain and playing conditions and personnel. This is an intra-squad match between the Doon School Old Boys Society. And it's the first over that's currently underway, bowled by Shupio Naskar. After the first over, DSOBS Presidents 11, who won the toss and decided to bat first, have managed 3 runs. So it's a good start for the bowling side, which is being led by Abhinav Khetri, the Vice Presidents 11. The opposition, the Presidents 11, is being held by skipper Donnie Singh, the veteran from the DSOBS alumni team. This is a 10 overs a side contest, remember, with 10 players on each team, and lots of rules and permutation combinations to keep in mind in terms of the playing conditions. It's the first indoor venue in Eastern India and Calcutta, where you bowl from both ends, and the yellow line you see on all 4 sides is the differentiator between 1 run and 2 runs. You score 1 run if you hit the nets below the yellow line, or 2. Oh, is that the first dismissal for the bowler there? Looks like Shivats has holed out straight to the fielder in the mid-wicket region. Here's a look at that replay. A short stay for Shivats Chandra, managed only 2 runs in his 3-ball stay, as Rahul Singh gets the breakthrough for the Vice Presidents 11. Oh, pulled away nicely, and he scampers over for a quick single. There is a bit of an appeal for run out, and the umpire signals 2 runs have been fetched off that delivery. According to the playing conditions, behind the keeper, there is no 1 or 2 direct runs to be scored. You can surely run between the wickets and get as many as you possibly can. And in the straight nets, the one right in front of the batters, you get 6 above the yellow line and 4 if you hit the nets below the yellow line. If the ball rebounds off any surface and a fielder is able to catch that rebounding ball, you'll be adjudged out. And it doesn't matter if you end up hitting the ball and getting caught and the ball ricochets off 1 surface or 2, you will be adjudged out if the fielder is able to latch onto it. End of the 2nd over, and DPX are 8 for the loss of Shivats Chandra. The bounce here on the surface is going to be the challenge primarily for both teams. They're coming off a pink ball fixture, all of them, so it's not going to be easy adjusting to the stark change in conditions and the surface. New bowler in is pacer Hanuman Goel, played nicely in the front V. And it looks like he'll fetch a 6. Up goes the 2 arms of the umpire signaling that boundary. He managed to hit it above the yellow line in the frontal net. Hence, he got 6 runs of that stroke. Ooh, a swing and a miss. Missed the wicketkeeper as well. But there was no run conceded. Remember, no runs will be added to your tally automatically if the ball hits the back nets. Oh, what a shot is that! Straight over the bowler's head. And another 6 to the account of Rishabh Raj Das. He's dealing in 6s of the opening over of Anuman Goel. Oh, flat bats this one. It's tennis stroke-like shot even this one from Rishabh Raj Das. And because the batters were able to run across for a single on both those deliveries of both those 6s, they managed to get 6+1 as they do even on this occasion. So 6 runs fetched off that direct hit into the nets above the yellow line, plus the single that they score by running between the wickets. So that is the equation you've got to bear in mind for this indoor cricket match. Oh, nicely scooped over the wicketkeeper's head this time around. Will only get a single, and what a terrific over this has been for the batting side. 3 sevens, 1 6, and a single scored. 28 runs, well 29 in fact, from Anuman Goel's opening over. The Vice President's 11 are getting quite the hammering here, unfortunately, after they lost the toss and they were asked to bowl first by opposition captain Donnie Singh. New bowler in. Oh, terrific shot. Gives it a full Humpty, does Rishabh Raj Das. The pace of the game is really quick, so you've got to be very alert to the change of dynamics. Another good shot, and it's taken by Anuman Goel. And Anuman ensures that Apurva Maheshwari departs for just 16 odd runs. Didn't get the elevation, and he ended up finding Anuman towards the deep mid-wicket region. He just had to make a couple of adjustments in terms of taking 2 or 3 odd steps towards him, and there he was underneath it. Good catch in the end, no mistakes made whatsoever. Good comeback from the bowling side, and it's gone up again. The ball rebounds off the surface right above the pitch, but the bowler wasn't able to get underneath it, and had he caught this rebound, the batter would have been out. Instead, they steal a single, a well-judged single, and the runs keep flowing for the President's 11. Oh, superb shot, but well stopped by the bowler. Bowling well off, well, fielding well of your own bowling is such an important component of the game. Comes down the track and hammers it towards the side nets once again into the leg side. Shaurya Sharma doing up the cleaning up and keeps it to just a single. So after a flurry of runs at the start of the over, they have been able to decelerate somewhat the bowling side. End of the 4th over, and DSOBS President's 11 are 48 for 2. To those joining us from around the world, you are watching the live stream of the DSOBS President's 11 versus Vice President's 11 here in the indoor arena at Club Arena in Kolkata, India. It's the second fixture of the 3-game affair. That is the first ever, the inaugural DSOBS Calcutta Cricket Weekend. There have been one-off fixtures that the DSOBS boys have played in the past, but this is the first time that the tournament, that the tradition has been transformed into a 3-game match to be played out over the course of the weekend in Calcutta. And this is Abhinav Khetri, who has introduced himself into the attack, the captain of the Vice President's 11 side. Abhinav dishing out his off spin. Starts off nice and tidy. Does Abhinav. Yeah, his finger spin doing the trick this time around, flummoxing the batter. Tried to go for the pull, but didn't connect. Kanav. Oh, again, targets the frontal nets, but ends up holding out to Anuman Goel, who takes the second catch, his second catch of the match. And Captain Abhinav Khetri has struck in his opening over. What an inspired bowling change is this from the Vice President's 11 captain. Darted in nice and sharp, and there was Anuman following the skyer and settling underneath it. Fatehbir Dhillon is the new batter in. He's on strike against the very promising and very adept Abhinav, and lofts it over the cover fielder. A single taken plus those 2 runs that he scored by hitting the nets under the yellow line. Wide delivery, flashes at it, but doesn't connect. Good stop behind the stumps by the keeper. And after the 5th over, DSOBS President's 11 are 58 for 3. One wicket of his first over at the expense of 10 runs. It's been pretty even Stevens, you would think, in terms of how the momentum has swayed between the two sides. 58 on the board of just 5 overs. We are at the halfway mark. They've already lost 3 wickets. Remember, it's a 10 players aside contest and a 10 overs aside match as well. So it's a deviation from the usual 11 players aside contest, and we have Akash coming in as the next change bowler. One of the main challenges for the bowling side, regardless of which team you're supporting or which team you're on, is of course to try and prevent the scoring in the frontal V, in the frontal nets region, and that is exactly what Akash Binjrajka wasn't able to do, the bowler, because the batter Rishabh Raj Das was able to fetch a 6 runs by hitting the frontal nets above the yellow line. So 6 runs off just that stroke, plus the single run that they managed by running between the wickets. Charges down the track, does Fatehbir Dhillon. Well, it was Fatehbir, in fact, who got those 7 runs up top. This time rocks back and plays it straight to the nets, and it hit the nets directly, and then it rebounded straight to the fielder who was stationed in that very region, and he took the catch off the ricochet, off the rebound, which means Fatehbir has to depart. He will have to head back to the sheds for just 10 odd runs. The momentum swinging ever so quickly in this very over, the first over of Akash. And that brings the captain of the DSOBS President's 11 side, veteran Donnie Singh, to the middle. He's on strike against Akash. A wayward delivery taken on the full and nudged into the leg side. He's trying to scamper over for a single, and looks like the captain has to depart without scoring a run, as he's been adjudged. Well, is he being adjudged run out? Well, he was struggling at the non-striker's end, but looks like the fielding side have decided that Donnie Singh is not out, so he stays. The great Donnie Sir remains in the middle, and the following ball is followed up with a 6 and a single. So 7 runs off that last delivery. A lovely little gesture from the Vice President's 11th side to ensure that Donnie Singh gets a longer run in the middle, and deservedly so, because the spirit of this game is the bonhomie, the camaraderie that has been the hallmark of the DSOBS Alumni Society. So kudos to the fielding side captain Abhinav Khetri and his men in making sure that Donnie Singh spends a few more overs in the middle, and watch out for his big strokes. But for now, there was another opportunity for a catch, which wasn't effected by the fielder stationed next to the cover nets. Oh, it's the 1982 batch face-off. Vineet rolling his arm over against Donnie Singh. Both have served the DSOBS alumni group with distinction. And here they are, locking horns. And there is an appeal for a run out, a direct hit. But they have already managed to eke out 7 runs of that previous delivery. Lots happening here at the club arena, one of the biggest arenas of Indo cricket there is in the country, the second biggest, I'm told, in India, after a big facility that exists in Surat. So Calcutta has got to take a lot of pride in this beautiful arena that has come up in recent years. And what a moment is this for the DSOBS men to partake in an intra-squad, intra-touring party match in what is the DSOBS President's 11 versus the Vice President's 11. Ooh, a full toss, and he makes pretty much the most of it. Well, just gets 7 runs, in fact. He was able to hit it over the yellow line, says the umpire. That is the gesture, plus a single. Right, moves back, makes way, and is caught. So Donnie Singh, the captain, goes for just 2 runs to his tally. And holding fort at the other end is Yash Killa. Can he bring out some killer strokes in the closing overs of this match? Just a little over 3 overs left. So 19 balls left in the innings. How many more runs can DSOBS President's 11 add to their tally? They are already 93 for 5. After 7 overs, they've lost half their side, but that's a pretty formidable total brewing already on the horizon. Dinesh Reddy, who usually keeps wicket for the DSOBS men, is the new batter in. He'll be at the non-strikers end, and Yash Killa is taking guard, and he smashes it into, in fact, the fielder, straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket, more like a cow corner position. But it was a good innings nonetheless. A flurry of flamboyant strokes from Yash Killa, and he's ensured that his side has gotten off to a flyer, and they have a good platform to launch themselves from. Oh, nice loop imparted to that delivery. Tries to go for the sweep, but only gets an edge perhaps. It bounced, and the keeper was onto it quickly. No runs conceded. Faster ball, and smashed away on the bounce into the nets. Gets a single. That's Raghav into the attack. Bowling over the wicket. And his teammates, who are not part of the playing 10, are of the opinion कि इसको outside off देना चाहिए. Make him reach for those deliveries, dart in the balls outside the off stump, and make him earn those runs. Will Raghav execute? The wise words being imparted from the sidelines. And he does. Keeps it well outside the channel. And a little bit of a banter going on between the two sides, including the non-striker and Shaurya Sharma fielding in the deep. And Shaurya Sharma had a chance to effect a run out, and looks like he has. Superb take, superb retrieval there from Shaurya Sharma. Slam, dunk and run out. Looks like he had made the ground, the non-striker, but good attempt nonetheless. So you have a bit of a multi-sport confluence happening in this cricket match. And after the end of the 8th over, DSOBS Presidents 11 are 97 for 6. Final couple of overs left. Let's take a look at that run-out opportunity they had. And Shaurya Sharma was up to the task. A single motion retrieval and effecting of that direct hit. Superb take. He's a fine athlete, is Shaurya Sharma. Scored a century earlier in the day. And here he is showing off his basketball skills. How cool is that, young man? Devansh Khaitan is the new bowler. Short ball and hammered away. I think it touched the net below the yellow line, so should be 4 runs plus the single that they run between the wickets. So 5 runs of Devansh's opening ball. Oh, better line and length into the body, into the stumps. Gets an inside edge, dash the batter. And Dinesh Reddy will pick up a few runs. Dhanvi Shukla on strike. Comes down the track and just flicks it. The ball rebounds off the surface overhead. There was a fielder waiting for the opportunity for it to rebound and just literally fall into his lap, but he wasn't able to hold on to it. So Dhanvi Shukla gets a bit of a reprieve. Oh, smashes it again into the same region, but it's a different batter this time around. It is Dinesh Reddy who hammered it again on the surface, the net overhead, and it was the same fielder. In fact, one of the owners of this arena, club arena. So the boss eventually takes a catch and he ensures that the very dangerous Dinesh Reddy is back in the hut. Devansh Khaitan is delivering quite the opening over here in club arena. All right, what do we have up next coming from Devansh? Excellent ball, back of a length, into the body once again, not giving him any space whatsoever. So the batter has to generate all the power and the space. So cramming the batters for room is a great ploy here, especially when playing indoor cricket. This time around, the ball hits the net above the yellow line. So that should be 6. It rebounded. There were 2 fielders trying to get underneath it and catch it. Neither is successful. So the batter should get, a good 7 runs of that final delivery of Devansh Khaitan's. End of the 9th over. And the DSOBS Presidents 11 are well past the 3-digit mark. They have crossed 100. The projected score is 119. That's going to be a more than handy total here in this arena, I'm told, because usually the 10 over score is around 80 to 100. So this has been a fine batting performance from the DSOBS Presidents 11. Flat bats this time. There was a catching opportunity, but it goes through the hands of the fielder at cover. And he should be able to get a good few runs. Is it a 6 or a 4? The umpire says it's a 6, in fact. Excellent start of Tarak Nath's first over. And this time around, played down the ground across the leg side, pulls away with elan and aplomb. He's got the back foot strokes and the front foot strokes as well. Short ball, throws his hands at it. And they're scampering across for a single, a 6 followed by 5 and then 2 runs. Expensive start to his first over and what is the last over of the innings. 120 has been crossed, and add another single to that perhaps. Bit of footy skills on display. Football, not cricket, is what we are watching right now, but the question is, was he able to effect that run out? Oh, smashed it into the nets once again. It rebounds but doesn't find the fielder, evades the fielder, and a run out opportunity latched on with both hands by Taraknath Roy, the bowler. Rishabh Raj Das is back on strike. Last ball of the innings, and hammered straight towards the commentary box. What a fine shot to end the innings with. The perfect shot under the circumstances and within the limits set down by the playing conditions. You can fetch a maximum, and fetches he does 6 runs of that terrific last shot. And the DSOBS Presidents 11 finish over 129. Their final score, we'll have that up for you very soon. 37 for 9 is the final tally that DSOBS have managed after winning the toss, calling it right at the toss, and opting to bat first. A sensational performance this has been from Donnie Singh's men. Now it's going to be all up to Abhinav Khetri's boys on the Vice President's 11 in terms of trying to make a fist of this target. It's a tall ask, mind you, make no mistake. 138 to win is not going to be a cakewalk for Abhinav's men here at the club arena indoor cricketing facility. But they have the batting ammunition to make the most of the playing conditions here. We are minutes away from the chase. The first ball of the defense is going to be delivered very, very shortly. So all of you joining us for the second match of the 3-game DSOBS first ever Calcutta cricket weekend. You're in for some big hitting, a lot of batting pyrotechnics over the course of the next 10 overs. It's a 10 overs aside contest, a 10-man aside match as well. And after winning the toss, the DSOBS Presidents 11 decided to bat first, and they have absolutely nailed the batting performance, putting on a whopping, a staggering 137 for 9 wickets. Rishabh Raj Das, the top scorer for DSOBS Presidents 11, led by Donnie Singh. He made 46 of his 16 deliveries. Terrific performance. Dhanvi Shukla, the second highest scorer, 26 of 8. And opening the proceedings with the bat for the chasing side, the Vice Presidents 11, are Anuman Goel and Shaurya Sharma. Anuman on strike. And he heaves it into the leg side, and it ricochets off the surface, the net, into the leg side. There was a fielder who was waiting on that ball to rebound, and he catches it with ease, which means that's the end of Anuman Goel. So while there is a lot of payoff in terms of runs you can score if you hit it hard and hit it into the nets, you also run the risk of being caught by a fielder off a rebound. Such are the rules of this match, ordained by the match referee. Vice Presidents 11 have lost their first batter without getting any runs on the board, and this time around it's the second dismissal that has been affected, and the same fate for the batter Rahul Singh. Rebounds of the side nets and the fielder catches it, so off he goes back to the hut. Not a promising start whatsoever for Vice Presidents 11, and looks like the Presidents 11 side have gotten themselves in more than a position of ascendancy. New batter in is Supriya Noshkar. Oh, brings out a defense. He's feeling for the length and the bounce. This is tennis ball cricket, mind you. To those of us who were following us earlier in the day on Vienna Sports' live stream, that was a pink ball cricket match. This is a tennis ball cricket match, a hard Costco ball. And tomorrow, in the third and final game of the 3-match DSOBS inaugural Calcutta Cricket Weekend, we'll be switching over to a red ball. So fascinating thinking by the think tank behind the first ever DSOBS Calcutta Cricket Weekend in making sure that there's a variety of balls to play with. Red, pink, tennis, you name it and you have it. And after the opening over, a very promising and effective over by Yash Killa, Presidents 11 have managed to take out 2 wickets at the expense of just 3 runs. The equation now, 135 runs needed in this 138 target of just 54 deliveries. The required run rate, 15th. So Vice Presidents 11 have their task cut out. Supriya Noshkar is going to be on strike. Rishabh Raj Das with the ball, charging in from commentary box end, and starts off with an absolute pala, a yorker, a terrific on-the-money ball to kick off his opening spell, and nicely dug out by Supriya Noshkar. Speaks volumes about the control he has over his pace bowling. Rishabh Raj Das. Shaurya Sharma was obviously the star of the opening match of the DSOBS Calcutta Cricket Weekend, where he scored a century earlier in the day against CCNFC, consigning them to a 70-plus run defeat in that T20 game. So that was a T20 match. This is a T10 fixture, and tomorrow we have a 30 overs aside contest. So look at that follow through from Shaurya Sharma. He's playing classical strokes, but to his dismay, it's not reaping him the kind of rewards that he might have gotten in an outdoor arena or of conventional pink ball, white ball, or red ball. Digs it in short and helps it along the way. Plays the pull, does Shaurya Sharma, and manages just 2 runs of that very good looking stroke. He's a fine stroke maker, has shots all around the dial, a faster delivery but wayward. Did he get any part of his body or the bat connecting to that delivery? We'll find out soon what is the decision from the umpire. 1 wides, so a single run taken off the wide, which itself carries 1 extra run as ordered in traditional playing conditions. Oh, hammers it, short ball, and it bounces very close to the pitch of the rebound. There was a fielder slightly closer to the net, so he wasn't able to get to it. But it's a good start from Rishabh Raj Das. He's bowled very good lines and lengths, though he ended up conceding 13 runs of his opening over. And after the second over, the VP 11 Men are 16 for 2. Shivats Chandra, the change bowler. Oh, hits it straight into the nets overhead, and he'll be disappointed. Shaurya Sharma, the centurion for the first game, because he's caught by the very alert fielder who scampered towards that rebounding ball after it hit the surface overhead, and it's the third successful catch that have been effected by the bowling side. And you can see they are in tatters, are the VP 11 men chasing a tall target of 138 in just 60 balls. And they are into their third over of this chase and have already lost their top order for just 17 runs. Oh, is that a direct hit? And the umpire signals it is. Up goes the dreaded finger from the square umpire. A look at that replay. He flicked it off his waist and tried to steal a run. And Yashkala was so alert and proactive with that collection and throw that he was able to get the shot, get that hit on the money, spot on, absolutely on target. Look how quick was. Took the batter by surprise, and the result, a direct hit, sending Akash back to the heart. Excellent fielding performance this has been. They've not dropped any catches so far, and they have been on the money with their direct hits as well. Ooh, such a glorious looking stroke that is. But hey, that's another dismissal, because he ended up lofting it straight into the nets in the cover region, and as a result, it rebounded yet again. That's the fourth dismissal effected of a catch, of a rebound. It's not going the VP 11's way, unfortunately. God, you've got to get out some kind of a talisman. The VP 11 men, led by Abhinav Khetri, so many of their wickets being lost just to rebounds of very good strokes. In fact, it's not as though they have been shoddy with the bat. They've played some glorious strokes across both sides of the wicket. It's just that more often than not, they've found fielders lurking right behind and underneath rebounds, which they have been successful at holding on to. So credit to the fielding side, credit to their accuracy with their catches and runouts, and the result, after 3 overs, they have lost half their side with just around 20 runs on the board. New bowler into the action. It's Vivan, who is going to be operating from the commentary box end. Finger spin coming the striker's way, and Vivan Rai starts off with a conventional off break, and he's getting prodigious turn on this surface here at Club Arena, a beautiful facility maintained by Viana Sports as well. And you're watching this live stream on Viana Sports. A fine shot straight into the frontal nets. Will get at least 4 for that superb stroke into the frontal nets, plus the 1 run they were able to get. In fact, it hit above the yellow line, which means 6 runs were gotten off that straight hit, and then the single. So 7 runs of the previous over. There were a few polite inquiries made of a stumping or run out opportunity. Let's take a look at that. Raghav trying to go for the single. Well, a stumping opportunity, in fact, but wasn't given. And there is another appeal this time around, And looks like Raghav Malik has fallen after that reprieve he got of the previous delivery. So it's all unraveling, unfortunately, for Abhinav Khetri's Vice President's 11. Sharp work, deft work by Captain Donnie Singh behind the stumps. We want to continue from the commentary box end. Ooh, turned in after pitching from outside off into the body of the batter there. 4 overs gone. DSOBS Vice President's 11 are 27 for 6 wickets. And the President's 11 side can sense victory. They are in touching distance now. While it may be slipping through the hands of the President's, well, the Vice President's 11 men, can the remainder of the batting lineup dish out some fireworks on this Saturday evening here at the club arena in Calcutta? That is the question. It's been an exhilarating day of cricketing action in what is the inaugural edition of the DSOBS Calcutta Cricket Weekend. Lofted off the back foot, and it's a fine shot. Hit the frontal straight nets. Should fetch a 6 of that stroke alone plus the 1 run. They managed to eke out with that single. Rishabh Raj was right underneath it with the opportunity and the chance to catch the ball of the rebound, but it evaded him. And it's been given a no ball as well. So free hit coming up, drilled across the cover region, played it along the carpet, gets just a single run. It's a good free hit delivery to bowl. Dhanvi Shukla, who was one of the top run scorers, was amongst the runs in the previous innings. Now marshalling this defense for the President's 11 with some spin bowling of his. Oh, flatter one, quicker one, does rebound. 3 fielders converging. They share a bit of a chuckle amongst them because clearly there was an opportunity, but it's fortuitous placement. Fortuitous because the batter survives. Devansh Khaitan on strike. Oh, takes the inside edge. There is a run-out opportunity. Sideways throw. Doesn't hit directly. And they steal a single. Do Vineet Kunzru and Devansh Khaitan. Another faster delivery. He's been bowling exceedingly well. Has Dhanvi Shukla. Great control and accuracy with his finger spin. End of his first over. And end of the 6th with 40 runs on the board for the loss of 6 wickets for DSOBS VP11. Donnie Singh with some more spin, bowling to Vineet. Both are from the 1982 batch. This was the very face-off we saw in the previous innings as well. But that time around, Donnie Singh was batting and Vineet had the ball in hand. The tables have turned. The shoe is on the other foot. Oh, smashed it, hammered it. But it hits the nets under the yellow line. So 4 runs plus the 1. But a boundary eked out nonetheless. He muscled that, did Devansh Khaitan. 5 runs of that second ball of Donnie Singh's. Ooh, a lot of wait time on all of Donnie Singh's deliveries. And look what it has done. The batters were not very quick between the wickets. And a direct hit sees the end of Vineet Kunzru, it looks like. Donnie Singh's batchmate from the class of 1982. Yep, out by a mile. He wasn't even in the frame, was Vineet Kunzru. He's been adjudged run out. In comes Taraknath Roy. Devansh Khaitan motoring along nicely with his share of fireworks with the bat. On strike, Taraknath up against Donnie Singh. Smashes it into the leg side, and there is another opportunity for a run out. But the collection wasn't clean from Donnie. Neither was there a direct hit, which means Taraknath survives and gets off the mark. Ooh, loopy again, loopy, flighted. Lots of airtime given to that delivery. And Devansh Khaitan manages to hit it in the V, in the front. 6 overs gone, 4 more to go. And DSOBS Vice Presidents 11 are 53 for 7. The equation now 84, in fact 85 needed of 25 deliveries. More spin, which means they will have to generate all the pace they want to in order to try and get those boundaries. Will the Vice President's 11 batters. Fateh is the new bowler with some more spin. Ooh, he was trying to lunge forward and reach for that rebounding ball of that skied overhead shot. Came off the overhead nets, but no damage done. Taraknath pulls this off his hips and gets only a single run. A fine performance with the ball so far from the President's 11 men. Another good delivery. Flicked off the hips. Will only get a single by running between the wickets, plus 2 runs because the ball hit the nets under the yellow line. Short ball, pulls it away. Should get a few more runs. Taraknath Roy, who's done a fabulous work in maintaining this facility, knows the facility here at Club Arena inside out. End of the 7th over, and the Vice President's 11 batting side are 61 for 7. So 18 balls remaining in this innings, and from the looks of it, the President's 11 men are in touching distance of what's going to be an emphatic victory, thanks to first the superlative performance they put on with the bat after winning the toss and deciding to put on a target, and with the ball too, they have been absolutely fabulous. Nicely hit into the frontal nets. Great shot from Taraknath Roy. A single plus 6 runs. 6 because it hit the frontal nets above the yellow line. And pulls it from well outside of this time around, does Devansh Khaitan, who's quietly and quickly doubled his tally of the number of balls he's faced. 22 of 11. Smashes it and smashes it hard. It goes all the way up. 3 players had the opportunity to go for that rebounding catch, but it fell in no man's land. This time around to smashed into the frontal nets. Once again a run-out opportunity. Immensely cool on the part of Rishabh Raj to be alive to that opportunity of a run-out as Devansh Khaitan ran towards the non-striker's end. Thankfully for him, there was no direct hit. He survives, and another cross-batted shot from Taraknath. The partnership now 31 of 14, so they have gotten some acceleration. The Vice President's 11, and this time around they'll get 4 for hitting the frontal nets under the yellow line, plus 2 runs. But have the fielding side been able to run out Taraknath? No. He was well inside the crease. He had made his ground. And a little bit of a handshake between Devansh and Taraknath as this partnership gathers momentum and strength. Inching towards 40 is the stand between Devansh Khaitan and Taraknath Roy. After 8 overs, DSOBS Vice Presidents 11 are 83 for 7. 12 balls remaining in this chase. 55 needed. It's doable. It's very doable. Do not rule out the possibility of a win, of a successful chase on the part of VP 11. Catcher is the call, and a superb take is that from the fielder. It is Yash Killa who dives forward and takes a blinder of a catch to dismiss Taraknath. Take a look at that. Pulled away off the hips, and he judged that catch so well. Did Yash Killa. A fine, fine athletic display from the young, bespectacled man is going to definitely make the highlights reel. One of the best performances on the field I've seen today. And boy, have they not lost another wicket? Well, 2 in 2 from the looks of it. Off the bowling of Apurva Maheshwari. That worldly of a low diving catch by Yash, followed up by a return catch of a rebound for Apurva. It's all happening for Mr. Maheshwari in his opening over. Well, he's taken a hat-trick. We have the first hat-trick of the first ever DSOBS Calcutta Cricket Weekend. And the feat now belongs to the record, goes to Apurva Maheshwari. 3 wickets in as many deliveries, and what a superb take behind the stumps. It is from Captain Donnie Singh. The fielding side are ecstatic, as they rightly should be. And what a stupendous note to end this performance on. A hat-trick for Apurva Maheshwari in this defense of 138, and 3 wickets taken in the blink of an eye. Kudos to that young man. Well done, Apurva. He's set this match alight. And what a fine last few deliveries we've seen from Apurva Maheshwari. That's the end of the story. It's a comprehensive win for the DSOBS Presidents 11 side led by Donnie Singh. And what a stupendous, emphatic note to end this contest on. A hat-trick, the first ever of the day and of this outing by the DSOBS men who have converged in Calcutta from all around the country and all around the world to spend a weekend of thrilling cricketing action amongst themselves and against an opposition side like CCNFC. And after Shaurya Sharma scored the first century for the DSOBS side earlier in the day in that pink ball fixture at CCNFC against the hosts, here we have Apurva Maheshwari taking the first hat-trick of the day and the series. Terrific scenes. I hope all of you watching us, joining us, have enjoyed the big hits, the wily running between the wickets, as also that hat-trick, that superlative feat achieved by Apurva Maheshwari. We'll be back with the presentation soon. It's been a comprehensive victory for the Presidents 11 side against the Vice Presidents 11. And we'll be back on screen shortly. Stay tuned. Do ensure to join us for the post-match presentation.
চেঞ্জ করে দেবো সন্দীপদা, না থাকবে এটা?
This year. Yeah, this year. Yeah.
The year just started, yeah. এটা
I think you're loud enough. Right? Yeah.
দাও পাচ্ছে
It's indoors, right?
দেখো পাচ্ছে, দেখো তো।
Well, there are cricket matches, but then there are cricket matches that end with hat-tricks. Infrequent as they are, we did witness one here at the very new facility that is Club Arena here in Kolkata. And setting a light for the boys, the Doon School, OBS boys, the men led by DSOBS President 11 skipper Donnie Singh against Amina Khetri's men, the Vice President 11 side. Eventually, it is the veterans men who came out from defeating Amina's side after a very enterprising effort by a whopping margin. Without further ado, I will ask Donnie sir to do the honors in terms of handing out the very many awards that we have spread right in front of us. First up, it's going to be the best bowler of the game. No prizes for guessing whatsoever because he came in to deliver what was the last over of the game. And in the of as many deliveries, the hat-trick taker, the history maker, Apurva Maheshwari. Something of a very rare feat, and young enough of a match where we did see the first ever 100 of the DSOBS inaugural Calcutta cricket weekend that was scored by Shaurya Sharma. We have the first ever hat-trick of this tradition. So well done to Shaurya and Apurva. Next up we have the best batter performance, and it goes to
Devan Shaitan for 46.
Award for the best batting performance of this 10 overs side contest. The overall standing out. Two players of the matches. First up from the Vice President's 11 side led by Abhinav Khetri, and the prize goes to
Rishabh Rajdas.
Rishabh Raj Das. And what about the one who finished it? Given the magnanimous man he is, he's going to call all his boys and we need to as well, both from the 1982 batch of our school and doing the honors in terms of presenting the award to his batchmate from 1982 is going to be come on, the winning side, the champions of the T10 match and the president's left side, the champions are the president left. And extraordinary performance with both back ball and finally the ball on the winning side. Doing the celebration for cameras, for Instagram, Facebook, for the LinkedIn trophies you work hard, doing the big jobs and here you are, taking hat-tricks, scoring 40s and pulling off lines and catches. So go for it. You have the men from DSOBS, president left side, led by John Singh. And they are proudly flaunting their spoils of war. Very many awards, including the winner's trophy. They managed to get here today in the second fixture of the day. And what is also the second fixture of the 3-day affair. That is the first ever DSOBS Calcutta weekend. It is the first time. Close to the commiseration